Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. And guys, if you don't totally 100% understand tokenomics, you need to hear this. Because I'm going to go through 6 projects that I either own or want to stack more of or both. However, I'm not doing it anytime soon. And I say that with conviction. Well, why is that? Because I understand the unlocks and the tokenomics of these projects and what bad tokenomics and inflation causes during a bear market. And guys, we're in a bear market and these projects all have bad tokenomics. Now, the last one at the end, not too bad, and I'll tell you why once we get to that project. And I saved it for last for a reason. But guys, the founder of IOTA said, if you don't understand tokenomics, you don't understand crypto. And I really believe that because you can get so much information of when to buy, when to sell, when to take profits, can a pump last, whether it's a bear market or a bull market. I mean, it's a wealth of information. Now we're going to go through Avalanche, Algo, ApeCoin, Gala, XRP, and HBAR. And like I said, guys, they're great projects, but their tokenomics aren't great. So it is not time to stack these projects yet, in my opinion. Now, we're also going to touch base on the Bitcoin dominance because that is a wealth of information if you understand Bitcoin dominance. Now, before we dive into this, hit that like button, guys, and listen along because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of information. And even if you don't care about these projects, follow along just so you can learn what I'm trying to express to you guys because it's really, really important. I can't stress that enough. Now, to speak of Bitcoin dominance, guys, you can type in to Google any project BTC. So like what you see on the screen is Algo Bitcoin, and it'll take you to a lot of different websites, but this takes you to TradingView and you can look at the Bitcoin dominance. So what this chart tells you is basically Algorand has went down as an investment toward Bitcoin basically from inception. So there's never been a time that you'd rather own Algorand than Bitcoin. That's important. And if you look, guys, like let's say you're looking to buy Algorand right now. Well, if you look at it today compared to the Bitcoin dominance, it's telling you that people would rather put money in Bitcoin than Algorand. And you could get almost 5% more Algorand if just today compared to buying it yesterday as opposed to Bitcoin. So that what you want to see is this reverse Bitcoin dominance start to get weaker toward the altcoins. And once you know that bottoms in, then we may have an altcoin season. Now, Algorand. I own Algorand. It's a great project, but I am a little concerned that after what 5 years it's starting to hit, or 4 years it's starting to hit an all-time low, and that low is not in my opinion. It's going to keep going lower. Now, why do I say that? Well, when you look at Algorand and you look at the token dumps, look how aggressive. This is just in the last um, year. Look how much they have dumped, guys. They have keep dumping, keep dumping, keep dumping. So that is going to send the price lower. And you add that into the Bitcoin dominance, guys, there's no reason for Algorand to go up. That being said, what I'm looking to do a swing trade. I'm not going to stack any more of my Algorand, but I do think that if it keeps going lower, maybe get to 8 cents, 6 cents, who knows? Worst case scenario, you'll get a dead cat bounce, and then I can sell out. And best case scenario, there will be some really good news come out, and then you'll get a 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5x in a blink of an eye, and that's a heck of a trade. So for me, I'm looking to maybe buy Algorand, let's say around 8 cents, and maybe dollar cost average in a little bit and just hold it for good news, whether that's a week later or a month later or 6 months later. It's just going to be a swing trade like I did with XRP. I stacked XRP in the middle of last year and I dollar cost averaged out after the announcement. Phenomenal trade. And this one might be almost as good, in my opinion, not financial advice. Now, Avalanche chart looks almost the same. They're not quite at a all-time high, but all-time low, but they're putting in a new low for this bear market, and it's going to keep going lower unless they get some big news that comes out to offset that. How do I know that? Well, guys, look at how many tokens have been dumped. And if you don't know how to look that up, go to Masari.io and get familiar with all that free information. Now, check this out, guys. In 9 days, they've got another big unlock. If I'm reading this right, they're going to unlock 109 million tokens. Now, when you go look at their vesting schedule, look at this, guys. It just gets worse and more aggressive over time. So, no matter what, guys, if you own Avalanche, no matter how hard it pumps in the next bull run, which I believe will pump hard, we know it's going to dump after that bull run because these tokenomics are getting worse and they're just going to keep dumping as the demand goes down, and it's going to create a tidal wave, and it's just going to go down and down, or it's going to create an avalanche, no pun intended. Now, also, guys, when you talk about the Bitcoin dominance, you can type in like APE slash BTC on any token and look at how Bitcoin dominance is compared to your project. You need to dive into that, guys. And if you want me to make an independent video about that, let me know in the comments below. Now, ApeCoin. I personally believe that ApeCoin, as far as a brand, might be iconic. It may be as big as some of the Disney characters are literally like Batman. I really do. I think it's an iconic brand. I think it's going to be around a long time with the music and the metaverse. It's going to be explosive. That being said, it's one of the worst projects out there to make me and you money, especially if you don't understand the tokenomics, because the tokenomics is set up 100% for the early investors, the VC, and the company that owns it, not me and you. However, if you understand the game, you can capitalize on it. So guys, I want some ApeCoin. I will own ApeCoin, but I will not buy it while they're having unlocks, and I will definitely sell into the pumps of the bull market. Now, right now, you got a unlock coming in 24 minutes. So think about this, guys. That's 28 million ApeCoins about to hit the market. And when you look at this 24-hour chart right here, it's been going straight down anyway. Look at that. And the unlock isn't here yet. It's just going to go down, down, and down. I'm hoping to pick ApeCoin up at $1 and then maybe do like a 30 plus X in the bull run. I think it's a great project. You just got to understand how bad the tokenomics are. Well, that brings us to XRP. And XRP has been pulling back. Now it's at what, 59 cents? Guys, if you look at the chart, there's realistically nothing keeping XRP from going down and testing around the 50 cent mark. My chart doesn't want to pull up, but there's no support until you get to around 50 cents. And I think that is going to be the next stop. So we got, at least in my opinion, probably 9 cents to go. And I feel confident it will get there. And why do I say that? Because when you go to Masari, guys, you'll see Ripple has been dumping hard, about 3 billion tokens just this year. And I haven't done the math lately, but it's, I think, just under a billion tokens since, well, I can get it right here. Since the announcement, you had about, let's see, about 680 million tokens that they've dumped since the announcement. Guys, if they keep dumping, well, that's a lot of sales pressure. So it takes a lot of new blood to keep going in. The institutions are not going to step in yet while Ripple's dumping, because smart money doesn't get dumped on. They do the dumping. So, guys, we know for a fact that Ripple is going to dump aggressively in the next bull run. They dumped 14 billion tokens roughly in the last bull run. That's why Ripple didn't hit, our XRP didn't hit an all-time high, because Ripple got very aggressive. If you go back and study the charts, you'll understand that when any pump happens, Ripple starts immediately dumping. Now, if you don't know how to use Masari, guys, again, go to messari.io and get familiar. Now, I don't know where this information came from. It said that Ripple will be dumping almost 18 billion tokens in 2023. They have the opportunity to dump a 1 billion a month, which would be 12 billion. But I assume they're talking about that they were suspecting that Ripple maybe take some out of escrow or something like that, because they do have the option to dump more than 1 billion a month if they choose to. You know, I'm sure David and Brad have an immense supply, so you could get dumped on at any time for whatever that's worth. That being said, guys, in the bear market, now that the announcement's over, not a lot of new money coming in. The smart money took their profits. They did a swing trade like I did. They were stacking during the 2 years, and now the announcement's over. It's over, and it's going to be a while probably before XRP even makes a new high from the announcement. And in my opinion, the reason I went ahead and took 85% of my tokens out and sold them was because, guys, I'd rather have profit on the side, because the opportunity cost is immense. And that has nothing to do with Ripple or XRP or anything. It's any project. When you can't go broke taking profits, and again, if you don't take your profits, you become the profits. You're the liquidity for the smart money. Now, Gala, I absolutely want to stack more Gala. I own a little bit, and it's coming close to hitting an all-time low. Definitely hitting a low for this bull market. Well, again, it's going to go lower unless Bitcoin starts to rally or we get some more news. Well, how do I know that? Look at the way they've been dumping this year, guys. Very aggressively. The charts don't lie. Now, guess what? They don't have another unlock for about a year. That's pretty good. And also, they are heading toward fully diluted by the end of the next bull run. So that's pretty good. The downside is that they're going to be unlocking all through the bull run. So you need to understand that. The good news is, I think the demand for Gala in the next bull run is going to be so immense. And every time we get a dump, if it causes a pullback, I'll probably be jumping in and swing trade this thing over and over and over, because I have a lot of conviction in this project. Now, what are we looking at here? HBAR. Now, HBAR, if you follow my channel, you know I kind of use it as the measuring stick. And I used to not like the tokenomics. I still wish they were different. However, HBAR is the same thing. I want to stack more HBAR, and I think anyone stacking HBAR under 5 cents is going to be doing well. But I want to get 4 cents, 3 cents. Heck, I hope we can get 2 cents. And if they keep dumping like this, hey, we may get there. Because even with all the good news that is continually coming out with HBAR, it can't maintain a pump much more than 5 cents, which to me, That is the good news, because I have no doubt it's going to take out its old high in the next bull run. So at 5 cents, that's a 10x, closest thing to a guarantee you can get, in my opinion. I want it to get to 4, 3, 2 cents. I love it. Now, why I don't mind the tokenomics of HBAR, in my opinion, they have one of the most honest, legit foundations out there. And when they dump and have these unlocks, which the whole world knows they're coming, that's primarily to build out more of the ecosystem and pay developers. And guys, there's one thing I know for sure. What you want to see is a project growing with developers and the ecosystem growing by different projects being built continually in the bear market. And HBAR is doing that. I mean, it's immense. Every single week, new information is about developers and enterprise coming on to the ecosystem. Well, in a bull run, the hard work and that growth will, the price will catch up. So I can't be more bullish. But the tokenomics are not that great. However, again, they use it for good. It doesn't go on the bottom line like some of these other projects that we talked about. Now, here's some more good news about HBAR's tokenomics. These unlocks are going to stop at the first quarter of next year. So we're not going to have any more unlocks, if I'm reading this right, during the next bull run, and HBAR will be getting closer and closer to fully diluted. That gets me excited, guys. And that's the difference between HBAR's tokenomics and the rest of these projects. Because, guys, the rest of these projects have bad tokenomics. Some would say some of the worst in all of crypto, and I would not argue that fact. And that's okay if you understand the game. With bad tokenomics, I'm not going to hodl those projects. I'm going to sell bull run to bull run. I'm going to take my profits every pump. And I know that for sure, guys, a project with bad tokenomics cannot maintain a pump either in a bull market or a bear market, because you're going to keep getting dumped on. Once the bull market's over, no matter how high it pumped, it will not maintain it, because the inflation is going to get stronger than the demand, and it's going to keep putting sales pressure on. Guys, that's the game. I want you guys to understand it. That being said, what's your game plan? Do you need to learn more things about tokenomics, how to dollar cost average out? What's your game plan? What are the goals? What's your risk reward tolerance? Have you put together that master plan to capitalize on the next bull run? Well, if you haven't, guys, I work one-on-one with people doing coaching. I look at your portfolio. We get you a game plan. We get you things in place that match your risk reward and your goals, and we get you a lot better understanding and get you prepared. Because, guys, I can't be more bullish. This opportunity that's coming down the pipe in the next bull run is the biggest in history to change the average person's financial life if they have a game plan in place, if they know how to take profits, and they got a good understanding of what they're trying to accomplish. If you want some one-on-one coaching, guys, it's $250. I'm going to meet with you, whether it's phone calls or over Zoom, 3 to 5 calls, and we're going to get you squared away, guys, so that you can capitalize on the next bull run, and you'll have a game plan that will not allow you to get caught up in the FOMO when people start telling you you're crazy to take that 10x or 15x profit. Well, guys, whatever it is, we need to have a game plan that no matter what, you can stick to when the FOMO gets crazy. And guys, that is going to happen. Anyway, I'll leave a link down. I'll pin a link above if you want to reach out to me on my email. That being said, guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts. And either way, guys, come back and be part of this community. Remember, not financial advice. Take care.